Case: Tupac Shakur shooting location, Las Vegas, Nevada. Date: September 7, 1996. Victim: Tupac Amaru Shakur, age 25. Status: decades of mystery, later arrest, ongoing debate. Some nights are loud, bright, full of energy, and then, in a matter of seconds, they become something else entirely. Las Vegas, 1996. A city built on spectacle. But on one particular night, the lights didn't just shine, they watched. Because somewhere between a boxing match, a brief altercation, and a red light at an intersection, one of the most influential voices in music history was silenced. His name was Tupac Shakur. And what happened that night still doesn't sit right. Before the headlines, before the controversy, before the theories, there was a young man shaped by conflict. Tupac wasn't just an artist. He was a poet, an activist, a product of pressure and environment, raised around political awareness, surrounded by tension. He carried both vulnerability and aggression in his identity, and that contradiction would follow him everywhere. By 1996, hip-hop wasn't just music. It had become territory, power, influence. The East Coast versus West Coast rivalry was at its peak, and Tupac was no longer just part of it. He was at the center of it. Every move he made was watched, every word analyzed, and every conflict amplified. The MGM Grand in Las Vegas is packed. Mike Tyson is fighting. Celebrities fill the arena. The energy is intense. Controlled chaos. Tupac is there, alongside Suge Knight, confident, relaxed, at least on the surface. After the fight, the crowd spills out into the casino, and that's when something happens. A moment that seems small, but changes everything. Tupac spots someone, Orlando Anderson, a known affiliate tied to previous conflicts. There's history, tension, unresolved issues, and within seconds, it escalates. Security footage later shows Tupac approaches. Words are exchanged. Then, violence, punches, kicks. Multiple people join. It's quick, chaotic, and then it's over. Security breaks it up. People move on. But the moment lingers. Because what looks like a brief fight may have triggered something much larger. Hours later, Tupac gets into a black BMW. Suge Knight is driving. They're heading to a nightclub. The mood appears normal. Music, conversation, movement. But there's something else. Something unseen. Because if this was retaliation, then someone may already be watching. Waiting. The city is alive. Cars line the roads. People move between lights. Everything feels ordinary. Until it doesn't. They stop at a red light. Flamingo Road and Koval Lane. A normal moment. Routine. Predictable. And then, a car pulls up beside them. A white Cadillac. Windows down. No warning. No hesitation. Gunfire erupts. Fast. Controlled. Multiple shots. Tupac is hit several times. The vehicle speeds away. Gone within seconds. No chase. No confrontation. Just silence after violence. Chaos breaks out. People run. Cars stop. Sirens approach. Tupac is still alive, but critically injured. Suge Knight survives. Shaken, but alive. And just like that, one of the most famous shootings in history is over in seconds. Tupac is rushed into emergency care. Doctors work immediately. Multiple surgeries. Critical condition. The world begins to watch. Fans gather outside. Media coverage intensifies. Every update matters. Days pass. Hope rises. Then falls. Then rises again. But behind the scenes, the damage is severe. Too severe. Tupac Shakur is pronounced dead. And the world reacts. Shock. Grief. Confusion. But also, questions. The case begins with challenges. No weapon recovered. No clear suspect identified immediately. Limited cooperation from witnesses. And one critical issue. Silence. Because this wasn't just a crime. It was tied to street affiliations, reputation, retaliation, and in that environment, talking can have consequences. Investigators focus on retaliation. Specifically, the earlier altercation. Orlando Anderson becomes a key figure, but he denies involvement. And before anything is proven, he is killed in an unrelated shooting. And just like that, the strongest lead disappears. Years pass. No arrests. No resolution. Theories begin to dominate. Was it gang-related? Was it planned? Was it spontaneous retaliation? Each theory has pieces, but none complete the puzzle. As time passes, theories become stories. Stories become beliefs. Some claim Tupac is still alive. The death was staged. There were deeper conspiracies. But beneath all of that, the truth remains unclear. Decades later, investigators revisit evidence. Technology improves. Witnesses reconsider. Patterns emerge. And eventually, an arrest is made years later. But even then, not everything fits perfectly. Because this case isn't just about a shooting. It's about timing, environment, silence, and consequence. And maybe the most unsettling part isn't just what happened, but how quickly it happened. One moment, a normal night. The next, history changes. Because somewhere between that fight, that drive, and that red light, the truth exists. But not everyone who knows it has spoken. What do you think really happened that night? Was it retaliation? A planned attack? Or something deeper that never fully came to light? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more true crime investigations, unsolved cases, and deep documentaries. Because some stories don't fade with time. They stay unfinished.